Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First, before I start my presentation, let me say thank you so much to all my audience and my lecturer, Miss Audri. Second, let me introduce myself. My name is Dinda Audri Irani from 4A1 morning class. That's enough for my greeting. Let's move to the video. My materials are analysis of student is pronunciation in speaking performs to 4th semester student of Muhammadiyah University of Muhammadiyah Tangerang. Next, I have definition of speaking. All of you can see my PPT. Definition of speaking, Bigate 1998-23 at points adopting a definition of speaking without an traditional skills which involve making decision of communication. And communication is a vital key in the new country through language media. As Patricia Ham 2005 said in her book for teaching and learning. In Brown University, that's the purpose of communication is to transmit a message about our experiences of perception and to express our point of view about those experience and perception. And next, we can start about what is pronunciation. Pronunciation, noun. The way in which we pronounce a word. Pronounce, verb, to make the sound of a word. Writing pronunciation refers to the way in which we make the sound of word. Next, to pronounce word, we push air from our lungs up through our throat and vocal cord, through our mouth, past our tongue, and out between teeth and lips. Sometimes air also travels through our nose. To change the sound that we are making, we mainly use the muscles of our mouth, tongue, and lips to control the shape of our mouth and the flow of air. If we can't control the shape of our mouth and the flow of air correctly, that our pronunciation is clear and other people understand your mouth easily. Next, I have two examples about aspect to pronunciation. I want to tell first about pronunciation of sound. The lungs and articulates the parts of our body that we have used to articulate and pronounce different sound. It's mean like lungs we discussing between voiced and unvoiced sound. We have breathe, produce, unvoiced sound. The cards are open. When we produce voiced sound, cards come closer together. The passing air make them vibrate. Above the lungs, there is vocal tracts composed of the different parts that are called articulates. The vocal tract and two places, the oral cavity and the nasal cavity. The parts that belong the oral cavity are the phallus, heart plate, tongue, alveolar, right teeth, and lips. So I have two examples. First about vowels and second about consonant. I want first tell about vowels are sound. Okay. Vowels are sound that are produced when the instrument is voiced and is not abrupt, but is said by the tongue and lips. That is the Earth's definition, which is not very precise in some cases, but is sufficient for our purpose. In some cases, is a solve for our purpose. Vowels consisting of one phoneme are called morpheme. English phonemic chart is composed of 7 short morphotones. I have an example. can see my PPT. And next I want to tell about consonant. Consonant are sound that when pronounced obstruct sound that airflow. There are 24 consonants in English, and they are divided according to three aspects: the place, the sound and articulate, why, how are articulate, and whether they are voiced or unvoiced. Place of articulation, I have three examples. First, about the labial, by the use of both lips. Labiodental, by the use of lower lip and upper teeth. Dental, by the use teeth and the lip of the tongue. And next, how to assess student pronunciation and speaking performs. Speaking is seen by language tester as the most difficult and the four language skills to assess. Assessing speaking requires that we either serve a live oral performance, or they are captured the performance by some means for evaluation at a later time. A method for elicitation but must be selected. Writing skills must be developed, and interviewers and or letters must be trained. Clark says, a classification of language assessment method as a direct, semi-direct, direct has proven useful for understanding speaking assessment method. And next, I have two direct methods are different as procedures in which the examined is asked to engage in face-to-face communication and just with one more human interlocutor. Instead, Clark said, direct states have the perceived advance of their elicitation of speaking skills in manner which duplicated the setting and operation on the real-life situation in which a proficiency normally demonstrated is say Hami 1994 P100 say that is direct assessment of speaking ability have to consider face validity. Next, it's all about mistake. Mistake must be different error. A mistake refers to a performance error that's either random a slip of tongue, and that is failure to utilize a know system correctly. In addition, mistakes are caused by hesitation slip the tongue. That's all Brown say. 1980165. Mistake refers to the failures to use language system currently caused by some factor such as carelessness, memory lapse, and physical condition. The student who make mistake will be consistently. They sometimes do one mistake and sometimes do more than one mistake. The example of student mistake done are the student sold study and the student sold to the study. According to Richard 1974124, the source of error in studying a language might be derived from the interference of the learner's mother tongue and the general characteristic of the rural learning. Next, furthermore, or 199678 argued that there are many factors that cause difficulty in speaking, and they are as follows. I have four meaning. First, inhibition. Students are worried about making mistake. Fear of criticism of simply shy. 2. Nothing to say. Students have no motive to express themselves. And 3. Low or unified participation. Only one participant can talk at a time because of large classes and the tendency of some learners to dominate while others speak very little or not at all. And 4. Mother tongue use. Learners who share the same mother tongue tend to use it because it is easier and because learners feel less exposed if they are speaking their mother tongue. And next, Carter 197456 confided that there were 3 types of errors they were systematic, and post-systematic. Below the errors types were explained. I have 3 examples or 3 meaning. First, pre-systematic errors. This error occurred when the learner was unaware of the existence of the particular role in the target language. This happened in random situations. The learner could not give an account of why particular form was chosen. And second, systematic error. This is error occurring when the learner had discovered a rule but was the wrong 1. The learner was unable to correct the errors but could explain the mistake rule used to type. And 3. Post-systematic errors. This error occurred when the learner knows the correct target language rule but using constantly make a mistake and learn could explain the target language rule that was normally used. So that's all about my PPT. Before I close my presentation, I have conclusion. So that's all for me. Thank you so much for watching my video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So last, I want to explain my conclusion. Speaking is very important to be able to know the extent to which improve. We speak well and constantly, and learn speaking we must not forget the things that are important for us to know, as my explanation about vowels and consonant are 2 important aspects for us to learn, and for the pronoun is no less important, because to accept good speaking we must also know how to speak in word sentence so that it becomes true in a pronoun. To be able to accept maximum result on both aspects is not only also how we teach children in a way that is easily accepted by them, so that the thing that I just presented did not happen, so that children can also understand will have to get perfect result in saying a word sentence.